Okay, so meaning in terms of maybe that the Smeh holds that even Shana Zu the
Yeah,
empty.
there was something, Shanazu, yeah. Okay, let's see that, and we know what the smell holds, right?
Yeah,
In the case
it seemed that way.
in Be'emtza Hashana, it's one din. On the Erev Shana Muberes is another thing. We said, remember, we had the different
Right.
clothing over there.
The key is the Smeh holds that there is a chiluk between Amid al Rosh Hashanah and Amid be'emtza Hashanah.
Exactly. And in
Now,
that
that
gufa, there's a chiluk between
the wording Hashanah
Hashana or Leshonazu.
doesn't mean like Shana Zu,
Right.
or does it mean like Shana Achas?
Right. And
Oh,
Shona,
yeah,
where a person who says Shona,
right. Shana
Stam,
or Shana
if it's Erev Rosh Hashanah, so then Shona means Yud Bes Chedesh, because
see,
if he would have wanted to say Yud the Shona Meberes, he would have said Shona Zu, and since he didn't say Shona Zu or Ha Shona, right?
right.
So then it's Yud Gimel. Ha Shona is Yud Gimel, right? And Shona Zu, Ha Shona and Shona is the same thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Shana Stam is Yud Beis Chedesh. That's what we said be'erev Shana Me'uberes. Okay? Be'emtza Hashana, I think we said that there's no difference. He always says Me'es Le'es. No, didn't we say that?
So it depends because Shana Zu would still mean till the end of this year.
Shana Zu, yeah, but it
Right.
would be the end of this
That's
year.
that's the chiluk, and right. Whereas
And if you said Shana Zu and Hashana also would be till the end of the year. No, Be'emtza Hashana.
that's where I'm mistopic here because I think he seems to be saying that Hashanah
Meinst du sagen, der Jahr, it's the dicke Jahr.
der Jahr, but which year? This
Ich mein zu sagen, Hashana, meinst zu sagen, I don't know, I haven't seen it Mefurish, but think about it. Don't you think Hashana means
it would seem to
it's the
be,
dicke Jahr? This year. It means till the end of the year.
yeah.
If you would say Shana, Stam, Demos is, then you say it's 12 months,
Yeah,
no? Or 13 months, whatever. That's also like a, Bemtza Shana, if you said Shana,
right. So his what the difference he's making is right. Is if I'm just gonna say Shana,
Shana is Me'es Le'es.
or if I'm gonna say Shana,
It's yeah, it's Me'es Leis.
it's so it seems like it depends like that's where he's mechalik on this. Why that if it's אם בן שנה להביא מצל עם השנה זו. אם זה מה שלך, אם כן הוא משמע דאין כוונה סלאגת כלייס השנה. דהיינו עד ראשונה. So it seems like Shana Stam, according to this Shana Stam, if I just say Shana, right?
Be'emtza Hashona.
Be'emtza HaShana, if he meant Mamish Torah Shana, yeah, he should have said Shana Zu or HaShana.
Yeah, otherwise it means 13 months. And I'll tell you why it means 13 months and not 12 months.
By Amid Al Shana,
Yeah, but there's another thing over here. So we say like this. If it's Eimed Be'emtza Hashona,
yeah.
Zokter Shona Zu, meint bis Sof von der Jahr. Or Hashona bis Sof von der Jahr. Hashona bis der Jahr.
So it means
Wir halten schon bei ein
12
Jahr.
months, right?
Yeah, but then when he says Shona,
Yeah.
It means me'es le'es, right? That's what we established. When he's aimed be'emtza hashono, is now in der Gufe, ich meine, es ist richtig zu sagen. I don't know if I'm right or not, because I have no proof. But Libi Oimerli, and I'll tell you why. That when it says shono, it means 13 months and not 12 months.
When he's saying stam shona stam.
Shono, aimed be'emtza hashono, steht inmitten Jahr, ja, und sagt
Yeah. Boom. So yeah, you're like you're saying, if
like, I think it's 13 months. I'll tell you why.
the difference is going to be not in shona zu. The difference is going to be in shona stam. The shona stam mean you'd base you'd gimel. So then it
Yeah,
depends.
I think it's Libya Melis Yud Gimel.
When it's be'emet b'resh Shana, so he must be saying shana stam or shana achas as opposed to shana zu, which is a 13-month period, because it's aimed shana.
Right. So, what I was trying to say is, if he's aimed B'teich Shana, and he says Shana Zu, es meint zu sagen, bis so von Jahr. No Shana Zu.
Not shana zu. Shana achas. Shana stam means meis leis.
Yeah, so in Eis Le'eis Gufa,
Shana zu means however much is remaining in this year only.
right, but Shana Stam meint man Eis Le'eis, right? Aber ich meine, es ist richtig zu sagen, als me Eis Le'eis is Yud Gimel Chedesh and not Yud Beis Chedesh. I'll tell you why. Wie bald, als wir halten jetzt inmitten einer Überjahr, the mentality is
right. It means a year, however long a year is.
Because we're in the middle of a leap year, so it's mistaber to sagen as you.
Right, in the case of Eimid al Shana, being that now Shana Zu or Hashana has changed its meaning to meaning this 13-month period of this year, so therefore Shana Stam turns into meaning as opposed to that, only 12 months.
Yeah.
But Eimid Be'emtza Hashana, where Shana Zu or Hashana only means just to the end of this year.
But it makes sense because
it becomes meaning Shana Stam means Shana Stam, a regular year, not.
But it makes sense because since you're holding in the middle of the year already, and you say Shana Zu or Ha Shana de it's the Dikayor, meint es bis the Sofon de it's the Dikayor, nicht mehr.
Yeah.
Leuma zeh, yeah. In contrast, if you say Shana Stam, so meint zu sagen me'eis le'eis, and I'll tell you why. Because we're in the middle of the year. Shona, a year's a year. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever year that is, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, but here it wouldn't be. You wouldn't say the svara as Tomer Biller Yud Gimel Chedesh. Volter gesagt Shona Zu, which is what we use by Erev Rosh Hashanah, and that's why he has to use Beis Chedesh. And that's not a svara over here, right? So we must say that it's Yud Gimel Chedesh.
Right.
I think so, because you know what I'm saying. When it's aimed at Rosh Hashanah, when sagt Shana Stam, is benutzt man sich mit der Svara as Tome Wille Yud Gimel Chedesh wollte gesagt Shana Zu or Hashana. Aber da kann man nicht sagen als er sagt.
Is hinging on it like this. In both cases, I'm saying Shana Stam or Shana Achas as opposed to Shana Zu or Hashana. So
Right.
based on what Shana Zu and Hashana means,
exactly,
is going to determine what I'm saying it opposed to.
Now, the fact that I'm splitting hairs now, I'm saying Yud Gimel more bistava than Yud Beis. It's only Mikoy Chasvara. I don't know if lehaloch it's like that.
Yeah, Mikoy Chasvara. Yeah. It's Mikei Chasbar.
Because I think it's I think I think it would be good if we saw a source for it, because ich meine, ich bin richtig.
Like saying being that Shana Stam or Shana Achas is as opposed to Shana Zu or Hashana, right? So when I'm saying it, it's going to depend on the meaning of Shana Zu or Hashana. So if Shana Zu or Hashana is going to mean a 13-month period, so then why didn't I just say that? So it comes out I must mean 12 months. But if Shana Zu or Shana Achas doesn't mean that anymore,
Right,
now
exactly.
we're going to say Shana Stam or Shana Achas is going to mean whatever the year comes out, whether it'll be 12 or it'll be 13 Meis Leis.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to look at the context of where you're coming from. That's what I'm saying.
And,
Okay,
and,
so
and the Shach doesn't seem to oppose that. The Shach just seems to be pointing out
yeah,
the fact that Shana Zu, if it's going to be in the middle of the year, it always means till the upcoming Rosh Hashanah. Whether there's 3 months there, whether there's 13 months there.
I don't think this may contradicts that. Why do we have to say it's a contradiction?
There's no contradiction, I don't think, between the Shach and
I
the
don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, wie bald es mit, wenn jetzt, wie bald wird jetzt herumgerät das mehr, lass mich jetzt lernen das Schach. Let's learn now the Schach and, and see how it goes, okay?
Yeah, you want to go from Yud Gimel or you want to?
I want from you, Gima. I won't take too much of your time. I just want to Aces Machimis.
Please take my time. for, 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 for this, my time was given to me.
I will tell you that once Rabbi Hirschsprung, who knew Kol HaTorah Kula Bal Peh, we asked him a question, and he was thinking. I said, Rebbe, is darf oben a Gemara? He smiles. Says, "Bei mir ist doch Torah Shebal Peh." Right? So another time, I used to accompany him. Have you been to Montreal or not?
No.
Anyway, so I walked him around the corner for the bus stop. He got a lot died. He had to go on the bus because he didn't have a car ride to go back home at 2:15. I used to walk him, not every day, but a lot of times. Sometimes his daughter came to pick him up. So he had a small Gemara with him. I asked him, "My hi, the kula hi." He said, "What's the shaila?" He said, "Mir am mal gesagt, das ist Teure Shabal Peh." So he dachte sich haben. So he smiled. Na, von deswegen muss ich bechazren in wenig. Als nicht, vergesst man. Like he clarified. What I said to you, he says, Amol, sie hat sich mitten reden, hat man nicht gemorren, benutzt sich mit Torisch about mit der Wort. Aber als nicht, darf man gucken in wenig. So,
if you want to keep it being Teresh Shabbat Peh, you better look inside to make sure.
You better look inside, yeah. Did you ever meet him or not?
Nope.
He was a character. He was a character.
I heard a lot about him growing up because we had and when I was in Mesivta, Rosh Mesivta was Rabbi Baruch Green, and he learned under Rav Hirschsprung. So
he was anybody who learned by him, all his talmidim. Everybody, he left an impression, a print in him, mamish. Like he was such a warm person, Anyway, so mekoich that medaflan in wenig. I want to say inside. That's okay. Hamaskim bais leshona beschum yadua. Yeah.
Yeah.
So be'ascholas hashona le'inyan schilos habotim. Yeah. משמע בלושן רשב"א שהביא הטור והרב המגיד ורן בסמסיב קוטן חוב גימל, was mit jetzt gelernt, שהוא מראש השונה. זה פנק זיכרונת פון ראש השונה. דהיינו באחד בתשרי. That's a separate point. When he's aimed at Rosh Hashanah, I think he's trying to point out it doesn't have to be Rosh Hashanah, Mamish, you dressed already Yontav Dik to say, it means to say, Somuch Rosh Hashanah, Meinter Bechot Betishre. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be dressed in your kapota, and ready to go to shul to say Bechot. It means, Somuch Le Tishrei means, you start on Bechot Betishre. Ava Gav Damim Rosh Hashanah, Bechot Benissen. Rosh Hashanah lechadoshim ולבוירים ולתרומס שקולים ויש אמרים auf des Schiros Botem. So sieht man dort von der Gemara in Rosh Hashanah, als sie fängt sich an nicht von Erev Rosh Hashanah, nur von Erev
Yeah,
Rosh Chodesh
that's
Nisan,
so I
yeah.
see the bottom.
Da da Shite, Homash Mahosam de Tanakama Svir le Dechot Betishlu. Rosh Hashanah le Schiras Bot. Wie bald as Sana Yeshemrim, yeah, Able Schiras Botim, is mashma von Danet, as Davke de Yeshemrim halt, the Schiras Botim,
Yeah,
is Nissen, aber Tanakama halt, as it's a main
halach is
Tishri.
and the halach is with Danica.
Sirele, aber der Betishlu, der schon das Schiras Botim, bei mir Nami Mosam, but Tanakama de Breis and the Kamadi Dan Benissen, Nami Mishka Shchichi Kitre. There's also like what? There's also like clouds. Kitre is clouds, no?
Yeah, Dan ben Nissan. That's the Bryce.
Yeah, so b'meila, it's nicht mistaver that you start the schirus at the time that it's cloudy. I think that's what it means.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's a way. I mean, kitri means clouds. So if it's cloudy, it's unlikely. It's not a time. It's not mistaver to start the schirus with time at the bad weather. You know, because we said two reasons why. Remember
That
two
was the whole
reasons.
point that they
Which,
right.
by the way, from here you learn out that you don't start till after Pesach.
Which is very interesting, by the way, because
Remember that we spoke about it in Shia. I don't know.
you would almost think they should say the sweater the other way around. Because by Sukkot it's starting the clouds.
Yeah, right.
Why would you? But it makes sense. You want to move in before the clouds start. That's when you want to move in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right. Yes, true.
Whereas Rosh Chodesh, whereas by
Somebody brought up in the Shia the fact that
Rosh Chodesh Nisan, how are you gonna say it's the how are you gonna say it's the Rosh Chodesh for moving in?
From
The
them
clouds
was
haven't finished yet. The
yeah.
clouds haven't finished yet until after Pesach, right? There's still, even though it's approaching the summer season, but until after Pesach, there's still rain.
Gedenk noch eine Sache, als man sagt Mashi Baruch bis 8 schon Pesach. Oh no.
No.
Till Yom Beis. So from Rosh Chodesh till Yom.
But on Rosh Chodesh is
still rainy, right?
For rainy season.
He doesn't say the ganz
Not only that, we just said you can't evict somebody.
Yeah.
Until after Pesach.
Right.
So how are you telling me this is the season for moving in?
Right.
So we see from this also that and we see that the Tanakama of the Braise and our Tanakama, they both hold. Wait a second, the Chodesh Nisan it's still rainy.
Right. Alme de Tanakama de Braise und le Tana de Masnisin have echad betishe Rosh Hashanah. Let's read us. Botim kedimash b'shas awesome. Upshito de Kaimelon de Tanakama with Tana de Masnisin. Vein alocha ki yeshemrim. The alocha is okay. So v'chen mucher da sarif v'harosh v'ushat peiskim shaloi heviu rak hamishna ketzuroso v'lo yizkiru echad benison who Rosh Hashanah b'schirus bottom. Okay, all we did right now from the beginning till now establish that it's Tishrei and it's not Nisan.
Right, that even though there's a Yeshem.
But for the Yeshemrim.
Don't hold by that Yeshemrim.
Yeah, behalten nicht bei dem. Okay. Begin maß mit das kol apeskim. Ve'im kein hamasket ba'is lechavedo leshono meine yil beis chodesh miyem leyem. Ve'im omer leshono zu afil loy omad elo bechad belulu also loy shono.
Right.
Hamasket ba'is lechavedo leshono.
We've established that
Meine yil beis chodesh miyem leyem. Ve'im omer leshono zu.
That we've established that
Yeah.
Rosh Hashanah und geendigt after next Rosh Hashanah. So therefore, Shana Zu, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean Nisan because nobody holds that.
Wenn sagt da, Hamasket beiß der Chaveiro leshono meint zu sagen in mitten Jahr.
So Hamasket lechaveiro leshona stam.
Yeah. Ab meine ist beschreibt biem leyem. Meint zu sagen, Hamasket beiß der Chaveiro meint das in mitten Jahr.
Yeah.
Besech, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Besech Hashana, meint das zu sagen.
right. Yeah. So
Al
then what'll be? So then will be if it's in mitniyar.
באמצע שנה. Okay, ואם אומר לשנה זו, אם מתניור, אפילו לא עומד אלא בחלבנו, also לא ישנה. This is consistent with the smer, okay? So far.
Yeah.
אבל אם עומד בבית באלול, או יסר, לא יוצא לשנה. ודרבנה שלמה. Because this is a chiddush of the shach that we didn't see in the smer. And by the way, there's a
Right.
remez.
He's defining better Omad
Yeah.
Bereis Hashoneh, which the Smen
But
never defined.
I tell you, I can show you in the smer that the smer is masking with this.
Well, it's mashma from the Shach also that the Smen is masking with this.
Yeah, true. But I want to show you in the goof of the smer. They said the loitorach inish lemeger beisa lebotzer mitlos in Yemen, and that's something which is a gemara mefureshes. The
Right.
smer
Rental,
gave the kriegen sich mit der
rental,
gemara.
30 days.
You know, the smer gave this is a gemara. But it says the torach inish lemeger beisa lebotzer mitlos in Yemen is a gemara mefureshes. By the way, I wonder if the guy who does that, if he's allowed to charge a few more kopkas for the elul, if it's berechtig or not, you know.
No. So it depends. Listen, remember, everything we're talking about is we're trying to figure out al dasma.
Yeah.
Okay,
but anyway, it's including.
Because he should have specified it. It's Pasha.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I think he has to give it to him for free.
Yeah, because it's not.
Yeah.
A year, and since you're saying it on base Elul, so by Shana Zu, what you meant when you told him the price was you meant from now base Elul until next Rosh Hashanah. Sorry, that's what you meant. Why? Because you didn't specify.
So as we stop it to sagen, as the Bibal the Shach brings a raya from a Gemara, undisputable, right? So that's why it's Mistavet to sagen that the Smer agrees with it, and then he said the Mari Ben Lev and all that. I don't think there's anything.
Right, the Shach is focusing on something different. He's focusing on was meant Omad Aleish Hashanah. Let's right up until now.
Very good. But we don't have to make a machlokas on
right,
that.
No. And if you remember, we ourselves we had a question in the Smeh. What do they mean exactly by Omad al Reish Hashanah? So now the Shach helps us out, and he explains what everybody means. L'chura.
Yeah.
It's not. He's not arguing on anybody. He's helping us understand what everybody means by Omad al Reish Hashanah.
When I was learning this, the Smeh, I saw a what do you call it? A remes to what he said over here. That I told he doesn't gain mit sein Kapote. Gedenkst?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
You know, zumindest zu sagen, Somuch le Rosh Hashanah, zumindest zu sagen.
Right. The Shach just breaks it apart and very clear about it.
He says.
Right.
Less than 30 days, it's already included.
Was meint Omad Bereish Hashanah von Beis Elul und weiter. Das meint Omad Bereish.
Aber es meint nicht zu sagen, als wird endigen vor Rosh Hashanah. Wird endigen Erev Rosh Hashanah.
Meaning.
No, he's not going to finish on Rosh Chodesh Elul. He's going to get busy.
Right. Yeah. No, always the end is the same. Is
the same. I'll tell you why, because since the
Elul, right? But only if you started Aleph Elul.
Right. Yeah. Right.
The second it's base Elul. That's it. Then it doesn't mean till the end of this year. Automatically now it means till the end of the following year. So that's what.
But anything from Rosh Chodesh Elul and backwards, it means mamish.
Between Beis Elul and Rosh Hashanah means Omad Bereish Hashanah.
Good.
Everything else,
Verstandig, okay?
everything else until through the next Aleph Elul means Amad Be'emtza Shana.
Yeah, so this was Mistava.
Yeah.
Okay, the Chodesh Eibur Shel Maskir, right? We said that if he said, you remember that? That he
Yeah.
said, you dalet. Shana ben Shomar ben Dir the Chodesh. Okay.
And by the way, see,
Sabra Shana Maskir. Okay.
by the
His
way,
kilo
the reason
Chadoshim Beshana.
one of
Ben
the
Shomar.
things, one of
We
the
had
things
we had a question. We Mesupik, remember?
one second,
His
look,
kilo Chadoshim Beshana ben Shomar loy dinner lechedesh dinner Beshana. You'd base dinner Lashona, Ben Shoma, you'd base dinner Lashona. Doesn't make a difference the order of how he said it. Harei Chedesh HaIbur Shel Maskir.
right.
Why? She'akarka becheskes baleha,
Because
and that's
then we
why
have
Hameitzi Mechaveru Alav Araya.
because then we're misopik. When he said Shana, we know it. We know what he meant. When he said Chedesh, or at least we can peg what he meant. Chedesh is Chedesh. Shana is Shana. The problem is when he said both. Now we're misopik. What do we do when we have a suffix? So Hametz Mechaveru Olav Araya. In this case, since we have a
We have a Muchzuk, and Muchzuk, it helped us. It helped the Karkas. It belongs to.
he's the guy who you got to prove wrong.
By the way, it's I won't be made of something very obvious to you, but I know you're into this. Imagine that you're putting it Hameitzi Mechaveru Alav Araya, yeah, that because he's a muchzuk of the karka, right? Even though that the soicher, if
Has
he
the
would bring a raya,
book on usage technically. Wait a second.
it's still
Wait, it's kemecher dummy.
yeah, exactly.
But afal gav it's
the koyach he has.
The karka alain is becheskas abal.
Exactly, but I'm saying is theoretically lomdish geret. If
Right,
he would bring if he could bring a raya, then he would take it away from him, right? It would belong to him. I'm saying,
Yeah.
if he has a raya, so even though he's muchzak in the gashmius of the karka belongs to him, aber von deswegen the hishtamshus is really it's in other words it's ownership of the karka versus hishtamshus of the karka. That's what we sagt if you could bring a raya, even though it seems this one is stronger than that, but it's not. It's not. If you could bring a raya, you know what I'm saying? The head I'm trying to bring out.
For example, he'll what's it called? He'll say he'll use this double usage, and we'll say, well, and then let's say the Teichel will bring a text message that says, oh, see, when I texted him, I said I need it till such and such a date. Oh, boom.
Oh,
right.
he has Adim, whatever, and he said he really meant that, you know.
So you see that his Keach Ishtamsh is still
exactly. It's not a small thing, except we don't take it out of the Koyach of the Muchzak until you bring a Raya. But if you bring a Raya, yeah. I only want to focus on the fact that the Muchzak is only because it's status quo Muchzak versus Koyach Ishtamshus. You want to take it out of that. But if theoretically you want to take it out of him with Adim, for example, even though this is Koyach Ishtamshus, which is more abstract and less tangible, you know what I'm saying? Right. Still, it's still a taina. It's not like a, you know what I'm saying? It's a taina. It
holds weight, for sure. There's no question it holds weight. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I think we you know, you dalit. So sagt Sheibur shel Maskir, Hago, aber mi shesocher.
I want to show you one thing quick that shows also in the Shach that that the Smeh is not, because if you look in the end of the last Shach, which shows that he's not arguing with the Smeh, he's just explaining.
Yeah.
So it shows that he
very good.
That it shows that the Smeh, I mean that the Shach holds like the Smeh, not like the Taz.
Can I tell you something? The klal of Botzir Tlosin Yoimin Lomiskan Insha, that's like That's across the board.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah,
like
he's explaining, but
that's not the Shach saying. That's a Gemara. You know what I'm saying?
but as far as the chiluk, right? What the chiluk between Yeridea and Choshen Mishpat, it's mashma that the Shach agrees by how the smeh and not by the taz, because he
Yeah.
brings ba'ayin b'smeh. He doesn't mention nothing of anything that would point to the svara of Yeridea of Esr v'Heter versus he says v'ayin b'smeh. So it's mashma the Shach holds exactly like how the smeh explained the whole thing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me jetzt lernen Yudalet, ja?
Yeah.
De Shach in a wenig, ja, kann man?
Nicht nur kennen, man darf man.
Darf man, no, ich trachte, mit schon geendigt, Sme, no? We finished the Sme already
Yeah,
or not?
we did all the smells.
Okay, fine. So let's do the Yudalet. Okay, הרי חידש העיבור של מסגיר, בהראש פרק כמה דמציע, גבי תוק וקוין, remember Davov, that's in Davov. Tok וקוין. There's a shach on Tok וקוין. He wrote a sefer called Tok וקוין, the shach.
Yeah.
You saw it or not? We're learning it. I learned it with Rabbi Hirschberg. He said, Tok וקוין. I saw Rabbi Hirschberg once say Tok וקוין so excitedly the Gemara went flying. Tok וקוין! The Gemara went flying. The place was like... so Dr. Megan Tok וקוין, he says, by the way, Shalom David Kaczynski saw it. If you know who that is. Shalom David Kaczynski, you know, from...
Oh, I heard of him.
Yeah, he's a big Talmid Chacham. He's he lives in Crown Heights. I think he's in 770 now. So he was in the room. We saw the Gemara fly with Tok Vakoyan. Zokte, bash with the head, the Davka Mishum, Dein La Seicher, Tainas body.
Right. So
Also
he now
Sibbe
brings the whole
Farvos,
he brings the
aber
whole
he had to tain body, Lisha Martoli, Befedus, be your best dinrin, Leshono, Afapisha Shono, Tehei Meuberes, Loi Mafkinen Mea Seicher. Nehmt du nicht weg von der Seicher. That's what I said, Einstein, that if you had some sort of like raya or some definite argument, you know,
right.
to
So he's here he's saying right that it's not just
it's a bit
it's not just anytime they're arguing. It's here we're talking why are we going after this?
because we don't have a tiniest body.
It's because
The bot dies,
body.
which is essentially what I said before, that if he had some sort of like a proof, the problem is that we don't have a tiniest body over here.
Right.
That the Seicher hat nicht kein tiniest body. Bei Mela kann man nicht wegnehmen von die Maske, was ist am Muchzak. You know what I'm saying?
So in other words, the case, according to this, that the Shulchan Aruch will be talking about, is the Seicher says, well, I don't know, we didn't discuss. I assumed that we meant whatever. So then it goes,
Yeah.
it favors the masked. Right? But if the Seichen is telling you, right? No, you specifically told me that Yud base denorim lishana, no matter when, if it's muberes or not, if it's a regular year, if it's muberes year, it's always going to be Yud base. He says, then no. Here we're talking. He doesn't have a tie in his body. The Seicher Alein doesn't know. I don't know. We didn't discuss this. I assumed, but we didn't actually discuss it. But if the Seicher will say, no, we discussed this. What are you talking about? We Befedish said that it will include on the Shnas Ibur. Then no.
Is this a case of body v'shema?
Yeah.
That the Muchzak said that bodily I only meant it beschedesh, and
Right.
the other guy says I assume not like that.
Yak is saying the case in Shulchan Aruch is talking about Taina Shema, meaning we never discussed it. Right?
Yeah.
Right, you come to the Seicher, and you say, okay, the Seicher comes, he says, he's trying to charge me for an extra month.
Yeah.
You say, what did he say? And he said, you'd base dinner l'chedesh. So, okay, and then you ask the Seicher, and how about by Shnas Ibur? He says, well, we didn't really discuss it. Okay, so now you go by what mistama that means. But if the Seicher is telling you, no, we discussed it, we befedish discussed that no matter it's a ibur or no matter it's a regular year, it's Yud Beis Lashona. Then we don't make this assumption that it means that it means
So
faith.
you see from here what you're saying now, which is essentially what the Shach is saying, said nicht dam as hodishen tainis body. And that he assumed. He doesn't have a raya to tainis body.
Right. In other words, he can say, "Oh, I assumed whatever," and then we'll ask him, "And you assume that based on
On the
what?"
basis of what
What?
do you
Well,
have that
I
assumption?
assumed a year's a year. Then we
So
say,
even
"Okay,
if he
now
cut, so is er say, Tome kommt mit der Sware, mit der Teine, mit der konkrete Sach, right? So then that's one thing.
right."
But
Meaning,
if not, it's not considered like a proper assumption. You know,
right,
it's not like a legally. It's not
yeah,
like
yeah. So, meaning a concrete thing means like he'll say, "No, we discussed this befeirush. We
yeah.
discussed the case of Shnas Ibun." Right?
Okay.
How do I know that I meant the same thing he meant? Because we discussed it befeirush.
Yeah.
Right? In this case, he's saying they didn't discuss befeirush. The Seicher assumed, but he never confirmed that's what the maskir meant.
Yeah.
Now we have to decide with him thinking it means this, and with him thinking with this mean what's mistabed. But
Yeah.
fine as body, we know it's so fine. So now we know. Well, we don't have to decide what it meant.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, lass mich gehen weiter. Wer gab dem Mucher beschas Perik Mekabel und weiter Kamon Simon Shen Yudzain Perik Gimel. Der gab der Malve Tayin Body Mafkinen Minei Mitam Karke Becheske Baleho Kayemes.
Right. So this is
אני הוסם שידעו הפרס שאוכל המלווה כמהם, רק שבו לסחוס מכוח שטוען בורי שהשכינו לגימל שונים. The side reason why there, despite the fact that he's taining body, that still, אם כן אמרינן קרקע בחזקת בעלי הקיימס, והבלה כאילו הפירוס עדיין ברשוס הלבה, כיוון שהפירוס בואים מגוף הקרקע וידוע כמה היו. ולמהני טיינס בודי של המלווה. So then it doesn't help him much. אין כן הוכו, כשטוען הסוכר, בודי, אם כן מאוילם לא היו בקרקע זו פירוס י"ג דינדן. You understand?
Right. We have something concrete to go by. So if you have something concrete to go by, in this case, the paytis, and we know how much was the paytis, right? So we have something concrete to go by. So we're not
right. So then, right. ולא no כאן כלל לימר קרקע בחזקת בעלי הקיימס. דהנה קרקע הוא של המזכיר. כמו כן, איפה שמתחילה לא יהיו בו פירוס רק י' בית דינן. ואם כן, הסוחר שטוען בורי הוא מוחזק. ואם כן, שפיר מוכיח הראש, למציע מהחדר רב נחמן דלמהנה תפיסה מספיקה. אלא ברוך בש"ס, פרק המקבל, ורב נחמן דאמר מספיקה קרקע בחזקת בעלי הקיימס. אם כן, אבל הפירוס כאילו הן ברשוס המזכיר. ואם כן, הוא הדין במלווה. אף כשטוען בורי, כיוון שהפירוס ידועים, אבל הפירוס כאילו הם ברשוס הלבה. Because there's a way to verifying it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Here the paytis. Now here in this case, the paytis means the rental money. But the problem is we don't know if the paytis is 12 or 13. That's what we're trying to figure out. In that case, we knew exactly how much was the paytis.
It's very interesting because here you have lechoira by the paytis, also a konkrete raya farashi, as the money is moichiach, you know, like a little bit.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying chas v'sholom that you know the Tosfos didn't know the Gemara, chas v'sholom, you know, but it looks a little bit like Rashi. V'chen nira li borer, v'duk heitev, v'ayin besmeh sivkot n'chovov, because of Rashi chula, kach kos of arosh sham, v'ayin dafka b'marka, koye b'metaltel chula. ככה צריך, הראש פרק השואל, ואף אגב דקוס הראש בפרק עם דמציע, פרק בית דקסובויס, Rabbe metaltel loy motzi tfisa besfeka rak shetoim body. You can be tafis on in the case of a doubt,
Right.
right? You can't be machzik for yourself that only when you have a tinus body. Nirali the hainu davka sheloi birshus. Alles gut and fine, nor sheloi birshus.
Right. You went and you were tefisit the chatchila shalei b'rishus.
Right,
As opposed to it's already in your rishus. It's
right, because
already
that was
in
the
your
agreement.
rishus,
Yeah, right.
and now you're being tefis what's already in your rishus.
So he says, Aval Tofas Birshus, because that was the arrangement, right, originally. So Mehanit Tfisav Besfeka. If the suffix was nailed afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So since at the time that you were Tafas, it was part of the agreement, the only argument started later, right? Because you were Rosh, Ayin Shom. Ve'echen nicho de hodek siva Rosh, was the shoel, gabe Oish lemor lemarpek pardese. The man tfisa lemarpek kol pardese de islay. Kivan shehashoyel murzak, bal shel murzak, bayis lechavei ad odor. No. The wholesome ain't time body has shani wholesome. I don't know what the last case is talking about. So what's hayotzim called there? What's the shach want to bring with all this?
Very simple.
It's not bedoime.
What he wants to bring is a that the Shulchan Aruch was talking about here, that B'schum Yedov Nisabra Hashon Nisabra sorry, like Hiskil Lachadosh Nisabra Lamaskir, yeah, that Hiskil Lachadosh Nisabra Lamaskir is talking about when the Shaya when the Seicher has a shine a tiny Shema, that if he doesn't have a tiny Shema, if he's body, then it goes to the he says no, we Dafka spoke about Shnas Ibud. Then it doesn't work that way. And you can say, wait a second, so how about in the case of that we had by the Paytis? He says, no, that's a different case. Because there it was known, the amount was known. Here the amount is not known. That's what we're arguing over, is the amount. So it's a not known amount.
That's what body means.
Yeah, right.
It's not only body what he thinks. I think that the situation lends itself to be body, a doubtful situation.
Right, but in this case, it's not even what it's meaning in this case we're trying to figure out what he thinks. In that case, he's saying there's no room for a tiny shema. It's clear what's going on.
Yeah, the kesef is mochiach over there, or the peidos are mochiach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and then he's pointing out also to like what Rashi says in the Smed that he brings, right? That he says that tam hu mishum shasofik li achshov achashidar benelad elo mitchilas hashon nelad vehemid kark al chazkosi v'nimtza shedar b'shal chaveirei. Right, meaning you can't even say, oh, but he's living in it right now, so he's teifis, right? Hang on a second. Even though you're saying that's becheskas ba'aleh, right? But so why he can't be teifis?
Right.
After all, we learned that teifis b'rishus is a good reason, right? I was teifis b'rishus. I was living in it already. I already had this chusish tamshus. So Yilg Rashi, no, because the suffix didn't just come up now when you're discussing it. The suffix came up already, meaning you lost your. It could be that you lost your hishtamshus already, and you're living in somebody else's property with not rishus. So you can't say that teif is b'rishus, because this is not a case of rishus. Because if you're wrong, you lost your zchus tfisa already, but before we even spoke about this, right at the beginning. So you can't even say, oh, wait a second, but he's living in it. It's like teifis. because typhus is only bereshus, and this would be typhus bleedishus, and
Right.
therefore karka becheskes balei medes.
It's mashma from here that the machloikas over here is when the guy moved in already, you know? If you say this is a case of typhus.
It would seem, yeah. Meaning, it seems that the case is he's coming
That he already moved in and
out
he
12,
wants
out 12 months, right? A few days passes, and the
get
guy
out.
says, hey, wait a second, you're still living there.
He's throwing him out. Is
Pay me
what do you
the
mean?
extra month,
It's
right? You didn't pay me the extra month. And they say, wait, what extra month? You said Shana. And they say, no, by Shana I meant Yud Beis Chadashim. And he'll say, well, we never discussed it, but I assumed you meant Yud Gimel Chadashim.
so. Is this a case of typhus bereshus because he moved in?
No,
Huh?
no. So that's what he's saying. Even though you might say, wait a second, it's Tafis B'Rishus, he moved in already, right? He says, no, because the suffix started at the beginning of this month. It's not only now it became. So you have been living there now for half a month, but not B'Rishus. So it's not Tafis B'Rishus. You're living in his place and owe him money. Your tfisa is not B'Rishus. You're a squatter.
Why are you saying that his typhus bereshus? From the last month on, maybe he actively was typhus bereshus from the beginning. He moved in.
But you can't say that because the suffix wasn't like if you look at the wording of
You mean
Rashi.
because in the first 12 months it wasn't a suffix?
Look on the top line of the smeh on this page.
Yeah.
Because of Rashi, that right because of Rashi that tamu shasaf
Mishum mesapik lo achshov acher shedor bo neilad.
elamid
Element.
neilad.
Ah.
So the end of the 12th month, you lost your chazaka you lost your toughest bershus. What's it called? You had to move out,
He says it
or,
beferush.
or you had to pay him then.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah. The wording of Rashi, like really.
Yeah, that's resonates, and that's probably the kavanah of what the Shach is saying. Behind
Yeah.
davke markoy metaltim.
And that's what he refers you to when he's saying the Rashi in the Smech Avav. It's that.
So they say all that applies by karkois, but by metaltlin. He says behind davke markoy, but metaltlin kol hege de mesafkelon I tofes loschen die shoin oyachron mich tofes loy mafkinen minem. Men nimmt es heraus von ihm. Weil
Right.
davke bemilse de lo avi de legluye. Yeah, and even that it's only
right, as we're going to see in the Ramah, why by a Melamed he doesn't and we don't say the same thing like we say here by Karkais. Because
right.
because a cheskas karka is dafka by karka, a cheskas abaolim is dafka karka.
Okay, let's let the Ramah inside. We finished the
the chazaka on metaltalin is whose possession it's in. Who's holding it?
Are we saying tesvav or we say?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, shakarka becheskes baleha. Sagt der Schach, kosa beagos ashre de soper kasheil. Yeah. A maskir bais lechaveiroi ad odor. Ze oimer ad odor rishon, ze oimer ad odor sheni. Oi iskir ad seif odor. Ze oimer ad seif odor rishon, ze oimer ad seif odor sheni. It doesn't make a difference. Either of these cases. Hoilkin beneihem. You mean you split the costs?
What's the difference?
The difference, yeah. Mer Zarua. That's from the Oir Zarua, right?
Yeah.
By the way, did you see the new Oir Zarua that came out?
No.
4 volumes. They'll knock you out. If you're into that, it's really beautiful.
What's the
Just first of all, it corrects all the mistakes that the Oir Zarua, that the prince, and then he has a biur at the bottom. It's very good. I mean, I saw it. I saw it in shul. It was just if you're into this, It's something out of this world. One of the nicest publications I saw. Well done, very well done. So then he says, עד כאן ראשון, ונראה לי שיוצא לא לאור זרוע כן מהתוספתא, אבל לפי נזדייתי לא יקיימלן כתוספתא. זה לא שנה תוספתא, לא מילן תוספתא אין הוויניג, יא? פרק חס, דבו מציע, המסכים בי סובר לשונה ביד בזהובים. הרי זה מחל כל ימי ששונה. עד עודו, ניסה בשונה, זה אומר עד עודו ראשון, זה אומר עד עודו שני, חולקים ביניהם. עד סוף עודו, זה אומר עד סוף עודו, וביניהם עד כאלה שני. עד כאן לא שנת הספטו. נירא דהו, דת הספטו, אסיו כרשימים גמליאל, ורבי יסי, דספירה לביוד בי זהובים, לשונו מדינה זוהב לחדש. חלקו חידש העיבור, ולא סבירה לקרקע בחזקס בעלהו קיימס,
They would hold
right?
split it.
Because you see that you're dividing it. If you divide it,
Not it would go.
it would go to the owner of the karka, no?
Chilkin means it would go half half. Meaning, unlike here we're saying it goes to the owner.
Right.
If they're holding that no, you Chilkin b'neim.
But I'm saying the case of the Tosefta, he says half is because he says chelkin. But if not, it would go. If we say like we say over here,
Right. So he's going according to Rav Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Yossi.
yeah. אבל ולא הסביר על זה גם ולכן קטן בספטו, בריש דיוס בזהובים לשון החלקין. אבל למאי דקיימן כבנחמן,
Right.
דיוס בזהובים לשון הכולי למזכיר, עלמא דהיכוס דאיקו, ספיקו כולי למזכיר. משום דקרקע בחזקס בעלי הקיימת, כדאיסו בשעס פרק המקבל.
Yeah, the head.
Der Loch der Genachme. Kapos Kalopeskim came beze oimer ad Rishon beze oimer ad ad Sheni kulo lemaskil, but is doch the muchzuk.
What he's asking is, wait a second, why is this different than the case that is brought that the Eretz Zerua brings from the Tisefta?
Yeah.
That over there Chilkim. So why there Chilkim? So he says
He's saying
no, it's wrong. According to that, it is a way. Here also would be that way, but we don't hold like that. Tisefta that Tisefta is holding like Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Yossi, but we know clearly we don't hold by Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Yossi. We hold like Ibn Nachman. So both in this case and in that case in that case the Tisefta brings lahalach. We're also going to hold like here. It goes to the maskid. Because we don't hold like Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Yossi, we hold like Rabbi Nachman.
That's a word, and that Rabbi Nachman holds that,
and
that even in the case with the Sophic, it goes to the muchzuk, to the
maskir. So according to this, the same thing would be there. And so what does the Zerua bring from the Tisafta? He's saying it's wrong because the Tisafta is holding like Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Yossi, and we don't hold like Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Yossi. We hold like Rabbi Nachman.
Gotcha.
So also in that case would be the same as here.
Aber skiro ad rishon dein lo shel mesupek, lo danon the yadinen I oder rishon iker oi oder sheni. He said that's not a suffix. He said we don't know, but it's not a suffix. It's not a suffix was geschendo. It's a suffix bei uns, welches mehr wichtig.
Right.
וכן פליגי באמס, רבי מאיר רבי יהודה בן הדורים, כנם יין, עד עודר אי אוסר עודר ראשון, אוי עודר שני, אי עודר, ויש פסקים כרבי מאיר, ויש פסק ברבי יהודה, כמו שיסבור, והיינו שם. Which one, apparently the machloekes over there, which was his ikar. So, we each from ikar, kiven, they have a pluk that the rebusa cholkin.
Are we talking about the Loshin is Misupik? Or we're talking about the word Misupik? In the case we're talking here, It's not that we're mistopic. We know the lashon he used. They're both saying that the lashon he used was such and such. Now the question is, what does that lashon mean?
So
Here,
why is that any different to Yid Beschedish? Oh, he didn't say. In the case of Yud Beis Yud Gezok Shana, what meant Shana? The
right?
Shana meant Yud Beis or Yud
Right.
Gimel?
The lashon is mistopic.
Because we don't know. In the case
Oh, it's not
of
no.
the other,
Askir says, the Seicher says, or everybody's saying what he said was Lishana. The question now is, what does Lishana mean? I think,
so in the case of other, he said other.
yeah,
In the Shaila meant zu sagen, was meant other? See, other,
right,
no. No, here's different. He wants to be mechanic between here and Shona. Here he
right,
wants to say Shona. He wants to say other, right? It's the word over here is not, did he mean other Rishon, other Sheni? It's not the word. The word is, welcher other is wichtig, da.
right,
It's a different word. Because otherwise, what's the difference over here and over there?
right,
Over here, he said other. Klar.
right.
Aber dann,
Other,
wir sind mir super, welche von den zwei Others ist mehr wichtig? Und bei Mailer, der Other wird gewähnt, der Kover. You know what I'm saying?
whichever other is other, main other stam. That's the one.
You see, it's a very fine svara because the chiluk, because you could easily misinterpret this and say that this is the same hainu hacha, then it wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hilkach kivan da plukte der busa geel kin fi ze dit dan die kamer plukte der busa da meitje be gewedo al over rijk de voor de moet de leuke rach de rach hoe ze rach weer im ken hege masker hoe mocht de karg begeske balla kem dat soll havele ha meitje al over rije ja soll ha meitje al over rije viel bolle heisif gedes kulele le masker.
Right. So here it doesn't make a difference. Here there's no what's it called? Here it's clear masculine. Why? Because we have because because we go by we go by the
He
chazak.
says he establishes that that's the. So in the case of you of other, what do we say?
Right. So here, meaning over there, over here, it's a question of was main the lashon.
Over here, in the case of Shona, basement
It's a question of what it's only a
we
question.
don't know what Shona means.
A question of what he meant, not a question of what the wording means. We don't know what he meant.
Who the masker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And
Ad other the ein halach supak. Elo the anan la yedinon. There's a difference between we're misupik or the lashon's misupik. In this,
I know that's what it means.
case,
So
the whole question is was meant. What is what did he mean? He said when he said Shana and Chedesh. What was the intent? What does that mean? What does the wording mean? Here, it's not a question of what the wording means. It's a question of what he meant. We don't know what he meant.
So in the case of other, right? When he said the word other.
Yeah.
So over there is we don't know what he meant. What it means.
It's for sure either adoration or it's for sure either other sheni.
Yeah, but we don't know which one is more important.
It's us as Dayanim I'm in this.
Yeah, but you know something over there. It's not left to what the opinion of the owner of the masjid,
Like
or the malba, right? Or they talking about the malba.
Here, In our case, there's no there's the chura no
Over here, sorry for interrupting. Over here, we don't know what the intent
words
of the
are.
maskir is. Over there, it's not coming to what the intent of the maskir is what is the definition of other? Does it mean other rishon, other sheni?
It's the other way
Because
around.
which is more important? It's not what
I think it's the other way around because
really.
here we know exactly what he said. In fact, it could even be in a star. It could be that he has it in a star. Dinner lechedish yud based dinner mishana. So there's no suffix on what you told him and what you signed. Here's the star. The question now is, what do those words in the star mean? There, it was a lashon chassid. It's just a question: what did you mean, adoration? Did you mean ador sheni? I don't know what you meant. Here, I know exactly what you said. I know to the word what lashon you used. So now the question is only, what does the lashon mean? There's no question of what we're not worried about what you intended and what you didn't intend, because you had a certain lashon you used, and therefore that we're going to use the lashon to determine what you meant.
What did he say?
He said dinar l'chedesh yud beis dinar b'shana, or he said yud beis dinar l'shana dinar b'kol chedesh. It's very clear what he said. Look in the Mechaber. The Mechaber says what he said. Right? Bein sha'amar
Yeah.
dinar l'chedesh yud beis dinar b'shana. Bein sha'amar la yud beis dinar l'shana dinar b'kol chedesh. The lashon he used is we know exactly what lashon he used.
What's the pshat do? Anon lo yadinen I other rishon iker or other sheni.
Meaning stamazai. What does a person mean when he says adar? He means adar. He means both
So
adar.
in that case, what's a din when anon lo yadinen?
So there is chelkin.
There is chelkin. In the case of anon lo yadinen, over here,
Over here, we know. We just we just need to determine what your lashon means. But we know what you said, and we're going to go based on the exact wording you used.
so we give it the benefit to the maskir because we know what he said. That means you'd beschedesh.
So now the only suffix is which one is which one, because you said l'chaydish yud beis dinner, and you said l'chaydish, and you said yud beis dinner l'shana. So which one are we going to go by? So we're going to go by karka b'cheskas ba'aleo. In this case, it's ein haloshen misupak, elo da anan lo yedinan. I adarish niker, I adasheni. Right, and that's why by nedarim it's the same thing. They have the same suffix. That by a neder ad adar, what does it mean? Is it ad adarishin or ad adasheni? And there we have a argument of the placing on this. And since we don't know what to do over there, we split it. Here you have I do. It's I know what you said. I know what you said.
I hear, but I don't.
A
Ich
very,
gehe, was du sagst, aber
very
ich
fine,
der Herr nicht.
a very fine like line he's playing here. No question.
No, I think I need to sit down and think this out. I don't think
He's walking on two sides of a thread over here.
Yeah, yeah. Ich darf sitzen und
Yeah, and the truth is, we should look at what's it called? Maybe later we'll look in the Ketzais and maybe somebody talks about this.
wait. He says something over here.
I'm saying, but maybe somebody says something.
Okay, let me jetzt lernen wir genau Melamed, yeah?
Yeah. So weiter, the Malamed.
On a lighter note.
Yeah.
Hopefully, weiß man nicht. Okay. אבל מי שסוחר מלמד לבני, ואומר לי שני לשונות, כאילו כאלו.
Right. Same
למה לומדים חידש,
same,
העיבור. אין
same
צריך
case
שם
like
לא
this.
חידש העיבור.
Same thing. He said dinner lechedi should based in a bishana or yud based in lishana. Same thing. Same case. Only we're not talking about a rental, we're talking about a melamed. But same exact case. Right?
So if he says, so what's the pshat? In what case ain't tzarech shalom loy? In which case? When he said what?
Meaning when he said here, okay, so look, by l'schum yedua lishana, right?
Yeah, that
It's clear the Malamed will only get paid 12.
right. What about he said lechoidesh? Din
The
lechoidesh.
Malamed will get 13. Right?
But in the case of a
How,
suffix,
how about in the case of the suffix here, where he told me, you'll teach my son dinar lechedish yud beis dinar b'shana, or he told him yud beis dinar lishana dinar b'kol chedish. Same suffix. We have the same suffix. And
very
that
good.
one is going to be different.
Yeah.
And tzarich l'shalim lechedish she'ibur.
1 second. 1 second. Let me mute myself.
Why? Very simple. Because there's no cheskas karka.
Yeah. What do we have on here?
You didn't want to mute yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Weiter.
Yeah, so that's very posh. It's posh. Same case, different outcome. Why? Because there's no cheskas karka.
Right.
That's the whole difference. The difference is over there. We had a cheskas karka.
Kivan the ain.
Here we have
Yeah.
no cheskas karka, and
The ain.
therefore the melamed is the meitzi mechavere. So all of it,
Very good. Join.
Clark.
Okay, let's what do we have over here?
Zion in the mechaber.
Choshen the mechaber. Choshen in the Smeh, I think we have to say no or no?
We did Choshen in Snap. We can do it again. I am
Huh?
yeah.
No.
We did it already.
Okay, fine. So we did the whole page then, right?
Yeah.
Basil, sorry.
No,
Basil.
Zion in the mechaber.
Tezain?
Yeah.
Balabayis.
Yeah.
Shomer lezman. Iskaticho. Lezman iskaticho. Vasoicher oimer. Lo isacharti elo stam.
Balabas is saying Zman Kotov.
Did he say the amount of days or not?
The difference. But meaning he's saying it's Kotov. Our agreement was for this, right? The whole question is going to be here. He's looking at is going to be, do I have to give you a notification or not? So the Balabai is Sha'amar Lizman Hiskaticha. We had a set time, so get out now. I don't have to give you a hidah. Loy.
Right, one second.
Right, I didn't do it for time, but rather stam. We were just going stam. Lizman Arich, or for a long time. Allah seichel lahaviraya. Im loy heavy balabayis. Im loy heavy if he doesn't bring.
Then you have to give me notification.
I just give me notification. You can't.
Oy lezman aruch. What does that mean? That you gave me
so no, that wasn't the time we agreed on. We agreed on a long time.
a longer time, yeah.
But meaning you're telling me that our agreed period, our lease ends now, and I'm saying no. Either we never had a rental period, a lease period, or it goes much longer.
Yeah. So I don't have to get out anyway.
So either I don't have to get right, so I don't have to get out because it's a longer time, or alternatively, maybe I have to get out, but you have to give me until Pesach to get out.
Yeah. Ala soicher lehovi raya, it's a soicher has to be a raya. Veim lo hevi balabos, veim lo
Mishpat.
hevi. So then balabos nishbas hestes moitzio min habayis.
So it goes with the balabas. But
וכן בכל סופק שנויפל בין הדור בבייס חברוי ובין חברוי, אם לא שאוך לו שני חזוקו, which is 3 years, דאוז נאמן במיגוי דלקחתי. Wow. Very good. Okay, zog the smeh.
what's the migu of the kachti?
You could say it's mine altogether. I'm not saying it's mine. I'm saying it's yours. But you gave it to him for a longer time. That's all. This migu is
Meaning
only
what?
in a case where he had echtig, he could time a real chazaka.
Meaning the seicher could say lokachti.
Yeah.
He could say, no,
Bring me a star.
I'm here 3 years. I bought it from you. It's
I
my
bought it, yeah. Ve'achalti, like the Gemara said, ve'achalti shnei chazaka.
Yeah.
Tu mi etwas. Ich wollte gekannt, soll ich sagen, ich sag das nicht.
I didn't have to say it's for a longer time. I could have said you sold it to me.
Right.
I'm here
And I didn't. So now be happy.
Like I had a better time I could have used. Yeah, fine. Good. I'm happy you went over this because you went over this last time. I wasn't understanding who has the migu what we're talking about here. Not yes, beautiful.
Yeah. We're talking about it.
I told your son when we were going over this. I said on them tata gate is nicht. Even it's funny. Even if I'm reading, but you're not.
Yeah.
Doesn't work the same way? It doesn't.
There was a big gun in Lubavitch in my time. His name was Remeir Greenberg.
Yeah.
You heard about him from Patterson. He was a Talmud Torah Das. Rabbi Jacobson was makar of him together with a whole bunch of people, and he was a gonotzum. He really was a Talmud of Shlomo Heinemann. He was really, really very big. He used to come to Morristown and give us shir kloli.
Yeah.
And he was very, very good, very thorough. People used to ask him questions. It was a tzura of a man. He didn't come every day. He came a few times a week. He was officially Rosh Yeshiva, but he wasn't because he didn't run the yeshiva. He just was a figurehead.
Right.
Like Rabbi Pikoski was a figurehead. Right. So I used to get him a lot. I used to frag noch, even though I was a big Baishan, and I hated asking questions because the yeshiva would look at me. So he said, oh, he used to have this laugh. He was an American guy. Oh, this is a kasha from the stipler. Oops. He said, oops. He was a Lubavitch. He says, Betoni, so, okay, you have the safe in the home. He says, Kehillas Yankov. He says, okay. Everybody looked at me. That's the stipler. Everybody's laughing, Late in the year, is the second time I asked the question. He says, was hast du mit der stipler? Du fragst seine Kasches. He says to me, "Du hast dein Sefer in the home as du fragst?" I said, "No, I didn't even know." Then I didn't even hear of the Kehillas Yankov. It was. So he says afterwards, the Shia tells me, "Zwischen dir und mir gerät." He says, "I'm not telling you what to do." He says, "But it's not a bad idea that you buy the Kehillas Yankov."
Right, seeing that you have a thought process that's.
I'll tell you what my thought process is. And the stipler, he became a gon later. But he used to ask very basic questions. Of jeder nekuda, he had a very detailed mind, and that's what I have. It's not always good in the yeshivas. People get nervous with this kind of like of jeder.
There's also what to learn from this is by asking basic questions. That's how you become a goyin.
I always, and that's why he's also very good. Shmuel Rozovsky, well, he's also very, very basic. Poshet pshat. Boss,
yeah.
When I ask you know this, I just want to know basic things. Sometimes it's not so complicated. I just want to understand the basic understanding.
Clear, just what the right. Let's.
I think that's what we you and me share together. Polish the pshat.
Like, what does the Chumash say? Clear. That's it. That's
Basically, what's gesagt in Brisk, he says, "Don't kill a good kasha with a stupid answer.
Right.
The best and lots of kasha midos is, don't
Right.
kill it. Yeah.
But sometimes you can leave. See, it's funny because I just found it's out of print from Kahas.
What?
I
Hold
found
on a second.
I found in Amefitz, they had in the back somewhere they had one copy left.
What sefer?
It's Biyurim al Rashi from the Rebbe.
From the Rebbe. Yeah. They don't have it anymore?
And it's these short things. No, it's out of print. And I looked around. I called every place, and Hamefitz had they had one left in the back because nobody knew they had it. Whatever. So I got it. And it's pashut. It's not when you look at it, you'll think it's like the you'll think it's like Chassidis, right? But it's not. It's bringing down from all the different sikhs of the Rebbe the explanation of what's Rashi asking here.
I've seen it. We have it here in shul.
Right?
It's out of print.
Almost every day with chitas.
Yeah, of course.
It's to understand it, and it's not about it's partial to understand the shaila. What's Rashi asking here?
But it's bekitzer, right? It's written bekitzer, right?
But
we have one in the shul here, which is not all about the shul.
Every day you're just looking over, and you can see what the Rashi means. Yeah, very bekitzer, very simple.
Yeah, no, the shul where I daven is not all about the shul, but the Rav likes a lot the Rebbe's stuff. He bought it with the sichas. We have this, that, and he bought this set of chumash. He bought it for the shul. Now I wanted to buy it myself, but I didn't get around to it. Now I can buy it. Now it's out of print. You know what I'm
saying? When I bought it, I'll give you a tip. When I bought it,
ask your brother if he can get it.
No, it was out of print. When I bought it though from Hamefitz, he said, I believe he told me, by the way, do you need two? I have one more in the back.
Oh. So maybe I should call him.
Call Hamefitz.
Yeah. When was this?
A month ago.
Thank you. I'm gonna call. I am gonna call him.
He knows he has it there.
What's it called? Do you have it there with you or not?
Let me see. Oh. No, that's beyond the office. Coming upstairs. You see? They left it upstairs on Friday. But it's called Biyurim al. You know what? I'll send you. I have a picture of it. I think I left it upstairs on Friday. People might have left it upstairs. But I'll send you. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you exactly which one. And it's
you don't have it, right?
What? I have it. It's upstairs. But I'll send you.
Okay. Send it. What's it called?
I'll send you exactly. It's soon.
Okay. Markel, I'm sorry. I have something just cropped up right now. I'm a little.
Does people have time later tonight? Maybe like 7 to 8:30, something like this.
Second sein is Second sein and Heint, yes. Morgen.
Touch on the group.
We put in a thing. I would like today to finish Al Kolponim till Shin Yud Gimel. And then